morning, everybody. We are headed to Reno, Nevada. We are near Donner's Pass, the high point up here on I-80. And just to get our heads right, just to get zen and in the moment, we're going to stop up here at the Pacific Crest Trail. The Pacific Crest Trail is a 2,600 mile trail that stretches from the Mexican border down near San Diego all the way up to the Canadian border. And it passes right through here, and it's always a nice, beautiful hike. If you're ever looking for it, if you're ever driving the 80 east towards Reno, you get up here to near Donner's Pass. It's at the rest area. This is rest area 2 miles. If you go to the back of the rest area up here on the south side of the highway, if you're going east, you can access and hike a little bit of the Pacific Crest Trail. Yeah, I gotta try to take some time to do hikes, take walks on these trips. It's hard in America when you're traveling to eat well. Americans basically eat like shit. I mean, you got places like McDonald's and gas stations that have shitty food, and in the groceries, it's just hard to find. People don't eat well, so it's hard to find healthy, holistic foods like we have when I'm settled up at home in Oregon, where I can go to the co-op and buy locally grown organic produce. So I definitely get kind of fat eating all the bullshit, casino food, casino buffets. Casino buffets aren't too bad. Might be a little icy up here, not sure. This is the rest area / trailhead. But yeah, bless my wife, she loves me and she makes love to me in spite of my huge gut. But before I get home, I always clean this car out. I mean, if I ever really let her clean this car out and see what was actually inside my gut, I think she would be pretty disgusted and might not be able to stomach making love to me anymore. So I try to make sure to I don't know what the over-under would be on number of like half-eaten chickens under that pile, but I assure you, it is fucking disgusting. All right, well, here we are, Pacific Crest Trailhead. Alright, well, I'm going to shut down all the technology apparatuses and get one with nature and shit, and see you guys at the first stop in Reno. Alright, we're just got into Nevada. We're on the outskirts of Reno. I feel a lot better after that hike. Lost a quarter pound with cheese at least. Anyway, first place that I like to stop when I'm coming to town is this little truck stop here, this Gold Ranch Casino. They don't have many machines, but one of the nice things about it is when you got a good chance of finding advantage plays because the other hustlers don't go to these places. They've got a Buffalo Ascension here. They got a couple of the gemmed bag games that I'll show you. They got a Joe Blow. They got a couple of money storms with must hit by progressive jackpots. Just a few minor little plays. But I tend to always find something. I mean, you can go to some of these huge casinos with hundreds of machines and walk around for half a day and not find anything just because you're competing with 30 other people. So we'll go in here in this little truck stop and see how we can start our day. All right, see you inside. We found this one little ocean magic play. Just going to be a few spins. We'll see. So I got that there. I'll give it one more. Let's see if we can create something out of that. Do it. All right, a quick $3.80. Nothing on the Buffalo Ascension. Actually, I'm gonna check. You got to put money in the machine to check it, but sometimes there's a super stampede on the side. It's rare, but that happens. You might play for it, and there's not. Okay. Check the Joe Blow here. Looking for as many little bomb symbols up there as possible. That's a minor play. 60 cents. Maybe we'll make a couple of bucks. Well, it's developing a little better. Still a play. One here. A bomb here would reset these to 3 more spins. And no, we actually lost on the play. Take a look here at their bag games. Looking for large bags that are gemmed. And nothing. All right, well, we start our day with a $1 loss at the Gold Ranch Casino. Unfortunately, I'm running out of record space, and I've got to upload these videos to my computer. I'm going to be stopping at Boomtown here shortly, but I don't think I'm going to be able to record. So when I get back to my room tonight at Grand Sierra Resort, I will clear my phone up so I can add more content. You can follow along with the progress of the day. All right, I appreciate it. See you then. All right, we're here at Boomtown, and we found a 11 wilds on the $7.50 Regal. That's an excellent play. See how it goes. Those usually hit pretty quick. The 40 I put in wasn't enough, so I put in 100. There it is. 84. All right, it's around for 100, so we made 35 bucks on that. And we got a 9 on the 75%. $27. All right, now we're just now leaving Boomtown. We only took that one play on, well, there were two plays on the Regal Riches, and we ended up making $27 profit. Kind of surprising. It's the first time that I've ever come into Reno and stopped by the truck stop in Boomtown and only found a couple of plays. They looked like they were pretty well picked through. Only good news that might mean is that hustlers are leaving town. They were on their way out of town. But I am found a little extra room to take that video. But I'm gonna have to get to the room. We're staying at Grand Sierra Resort in Reno tonight for the next 2 nights. And then we got the poker tournament on Saturday. Today is Thursday. So I'm not going to take the phone in to record at the Atlantis because they are a little rough with advantage players. They've carded me before. They've thought I was going to get kicked out just for checking machines. So I need to be careful there. It wouldn't be a good idea to be walking around my phone recording plays with the way they are there. But you'll hear all about it, and I'll try to find some good plays to record at the Grand Sierra Resort. All right, signing off for now. See y'all later. Hey everybody, I'm cutting into this video briefly while I was actually recording the video that you've been watching. I went up to my hotel room and tried to use my phone to capture the astrology that I was trying to explain on the screen, and it was a real shit show. So I wanted to come on here and show you guys. We are dealing with the events of Thursday, November 2nd. I'm sorry, it's Friday. It's going to be Friday morning. It was Thursday, the day that we were there. So this is going to be Thursday, Friday morning, 1 in the morning. Yep. Okay, so November 3rd. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it later in the video, one of the big secrets of gambling astrology. And I'm going to show you right now. So here is the event chart for November 3rd. This is at a time you're going to see in the future in this video, right towards the tail end of the video, I hit an $1,800 jackpot, to be exact, 1808.65. And I didn't record it because it was in a really shady part of town. I knew this time was coming up, and I really wanted a place to play. And the big casinos there were pretty over hustled. I couldn't find very many good plays. So I'm driving down the interstate and I see the Ramada Hotel, which I was like, well, I've never been to that. Looks like it's got a little casino next to it. Well, I drove up to it, and it was a little casino called Diamond Casino just outside of downtown Reno. And I was there at 1 in the morning. And yeah, it was definitely on the low end of town and kind of shady. Uh, I was a little scared to hit a jackpot and actually hit a jackpot. Of course, I got asked for money and propositioned by hookers nonstop right after I hit the jackpot. I was a little nervous walking to my car in the parking lot, to be honest with you, with all that money. It was just one of those types of places. But anyway, fortune was smiling on me anyway. I knew the time would be good. So I tried to keep that in mind while I hit this jackpot. But the secret, the biggest secret that I discovered that I'm about to reveal took me years to discover. And you don't read this in any astrology books. I don't see this in any other books about gambling astrology. And that is the secret of mundane position. And we're going to look again here at my natal chart. Let me listen to. Oh, so I don't have to reclose this particular event. I'm going to keep this open. In my natal chart, I've got the midheaven at 19 degrees of Pisces. Okay, and um, and that particular day, you look down here at the bottom of the chart, Mercury had been at 18 and change, um, and now it is at 19 degrees and 22 minutes of Scorpio. I have the midheaven at exactly 19 degrees and 19 minutes of Pisces. So Mercury is just about exact trine my midheaven. I've got the part of fortune right here on my midheaven at 18 degrees and 26 minutes of Pisces. So look here at the moon. Moon here is at 18 degrees and 14 minutes of Cancer. This chart here is for 1:16 a.m. And the reason I have it is because it triggers a mundane spot. Mercury down here at the bottom. I'm going to animate this to the minute. Now notice that Mercury is going to cross right here, right there at 117. It crosses that bottom line below the arrow. Look at the arrow at the very top. That's the midheaven. The bottom is the IC, the nadir, and Mercury crosses that right at that moment. So Mercury is hitting that axis, and that means Mercury is opposite my mundane midheaven, my mundane part of fortune, because that's my part of fortune is on my midheaven. And so is also the moon and Mercury are trined here in the sky. And Mercury's at Scorpio, moon is at Cancer. And my midheaven and my part of fortune are in Pisces, and they're forming a grand triangle. And so the secret that I've discovered is that this is most powerful when it crosses or hits the mundane position in the chart that's being activated. So in this case, it is my midheaven, it is my part of fortune. So for example, I'm going to show you here. I'm going to forward this chart 1 minute. Well, let's do an hour at a time. It was an hour. I was asleep at this time, unfortunately, because I would have done really well right here at this time, 5:30 in the morning. I explained in the video that I was just tired. I've been grinding all day, and I went to bed. This would have been a powerful time because the the moon and Uranus were actually in sextile to each other. And they would have both triggered my not only my midheaven, but also my lunar nodes, which my natal lunar nodes are at, my south lunar nodes at 21 Cancer. And there's the moon at 20 Cancer right there on there. It passes right there. It crosses that line. So that's on the midheaven. So it's on my mundane part of fortune. If I have my sun near my fourth and fifth house cusp. So just to show you, here I'm going to move the moon down, and right about where it is now, it's at 26 Cancer here. Notice the fifth house cusp here is at 29 Cancer. That's about right on the position of my mundane sun. My sun is a few degrees from being on the fifth house cusp. Okay. So that is the moon on my mundane sun. If my sun were being, if let's say Jupiter was trine my sun along with the moon, then that moon position on my sun, on my mundane sun, would be huge and be critical for calculation. So I've got the W2 right here for the jackpot. And this jackpot hit at exactly, well, they printed this out at 1:19 in the morning. And if we look back once again, we'll go back to the jackpot hit a little bit before that, but we look down here and Mercury is right down there on the bottom of the chart, crossing over that. Look at the midheaven. The midheaven is at 19 degrees of Taurus, right? Okay, so my midheaven, 19 degrees of Pisces. It's a sextile. The moon is making a trine to it. So again, all these things, these triangulations, and this lines it up on the earth plane. The mundane astrology is correct. So later on in this video, you are going to see me hit this 1800. You're not going to see, I don't film the actual play. That's why I'm putting this in here. Unfortunately, I don't film the play. I wish I did, but I was nervous to film it in the particular part of town I was in. But you're going to get to see the actual jackpot, and you know that hit on this good mundane time. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please don't forget to subscribe so you'll get notifications every time I post content. Thank you very much, everybody. Normally, I only want 9 or higher, but I want something to play since the astrology is not too bad. And we'll see. Wow. $48. That's a little bit. We haven't added anything to this number 7 up there. There we did. Right as I said it. Right. We got 6 times phase on the wolf. If we want a bunch of wolves like last time, it'll be big. That'd be a good hit. $163. Wolves.
Big, huge win.
$63.
Big win.
228 bonus. We were down when we started just a little bit, so we are up to nearly 400, which puts us up 200 for the session. And we'll play another 7 since we're running so good. Wasn't anything better. Imagine that with multipliers, that'd be huge. Almost lost the whole 200 back. Hopefully we get another massive hit on this. A chunk back here. Unfortunately, I had to feed in another 100, so now we're down 200, in for 3. We went from up 200 to down 200. And we're 1 away from having all of the diamonds up there. I haven't played this too much, so I don't think I've ever gotten all of them. I don't know if there's any bonus. At this point, just hope we get that very last diamond. There it is, all of them. Well, we got the 6X again, hoping we get a little more. We got a bunch of free spins. Hopefully we get something good, or it could be a disaster. Not what we want. Come on. Those eagles aren't paying shit. You pretty much got to get wolves to make any money. Wolves here would have been just an enormous hit. No, we're going to just absolutely get destroyed. Alright, so we're down $250, basically.
Thank you for playing.
That was a $450 decision to continue on this piece of shit. This happens sometimes. Down 380. We were up a little over 300 for the day, so technically overall for the day we're a little under even now. Not to say that's acceptable at all, but this part of it, you just got to keep grinding, not take one play to heart. It could be that the moon was in a great spot earlier, and it has not reached that 21 degree. So as of now, I could have peaked right when it was making good aspect of my progressed Mars and Venus. Not going to overly get into the explanation of that. There we go. We'll take this little play here. We got all 6 coins, and we got a few multipliers. Some more coins, and nope. Didn't do us any good. Be nice to have my ticket, please. Jesus fucking Christ, these machines. We're gonna leave Atlantis. I played another play a little while ago. I showed you that wasn't really much of an advantage play. It had 3 double-digit free game bonuses on Wolf Run, and I played it because an exact time came up astrologically and ended up working out. So we ended up making just under $200 here. It gets us back to up. We're up about $100 for the day. Not great, but you know, days like this where it's just a grind. There's aren't many plays. I'm gonna try to take you guys over to the Nugget in Sparks, and we'll see if the field's a little more wide open over there. We can actually find something. And if not, maybe we'll go over to Boomtown again. Alright, see you there. That is the bright lights of downtown Reno, right over there. Several casinos. We'll go there tomorrow. I'm not going to walk around downtown Reno at night. It is a true shithole. Not the safest place to walk around at night. Not with a bankroll. Anyway, I opted to go up here to Boomtown. I wish I could have shown you the plays in Atlantis that won me back about just under $200, $194 to be exact. But I was a little paranoid about, like I said, walking around with a phone in Atlantis. They've carded me there before for advantage playing. I didn't get 86th. Seems like they've been a little more lax about it lately. I haven't seen anybody get messed with in a while, but I'm still being a little cautious. Anyway, we're going to go over here to Boomtown. I mentioned that I played this last play because I had an astrology time. I told you that I was looking for the moon to hit 21 degrees. Actually, Mercury today is at 18 degrees of Scorpio, just right at 19 now, and my midheaven is at 19 degrees of Pisces. And so Mercury's making a trine to my midheaven, and the moon is approaching 18 and 19 degrees of Cancer late tonight, so that would make a grand triangle. But other than just transits, one of the things that I discovered personally in my astrological studies was something that I called mundane position. And basically, mundane position is the same position relative to the Earth at the time of your birth. An example would be if you're born at sunrise. There is a point in the chart in which the sun would be always at sunrise. It would be on the ascendant. It is ascending above the horizon. So if a planet was if you're born at sunrise, then any planet that is rising, that is on the horizon, is what I would call on your mundane sun. The rising position being the mundane Earth position of the sun, Earth-based position. And so when we have applying astrology aspects, one of the secrets that I discovered, I'm sharing a secret here, is that when the mundane position really keys in on important planets in whatever structure you're looking at, that is when it is most activated, and we're going to have the most luck in gambling astrology. So we had a time that I looked at, and I made note of it, and I was in Atlantis, and I got to find a play. There weren't hardly any plays. I found the Wolf Run that had the major, minor, and mini. Although none of them were individually plays, they were all double digits. And so I decided to use that mundane position and play at that time. And we ended up hitting the major for just under $400, which we invested a couple of hundred before we hit that. So we ended up winning just under $200 profit. On another subject, I debated with another fellow astrologer about this, that was talking about how he doesn't believe in intuition when it comes to gambling. There's people that believe they get a feeling. Maybe you may wonder, are there times that you would play with a feeling more, or is it just pure calculation? We are all, to a degree, psychic. Everything is connected. We are all one integrated life force. Nothing is solid. The reason why this energy isn't widely accepted, or this truth isn't widely accepted, is because it is cyclical in nature, just like any of this stuff. Imagine someone being on a Ferris wheel, and when they go down, they go into the water, and then they come up. Being into the water would be the position of being immersed into the collective consciousness or unconsciousness, let's say. Unconscious is not the opposite of consciousness. Unconscious is a dimension of consciousness, and the most powerful, because we're driven by forces that we are not conscious of. That's what astrology studies. But when you are tuned in, or you are in that position where you're dipped into the collective unconscious, you tend to remote view more, or get biofeedback of what is to come or what is around you. And so 100% psychic energy is a thing. It's a thing in gambling, in poker. But I don't know anybody that is always on. There are times that I'm very, very psychic. So I try to give myself a little bit of free reign. I don't write down a bunch of calculations and then, just religiously go by those calculations. Especially at certain times, I try to give myself a little feel. If I feel that my moon, especially, is such that I feel like my psychic energy is a little more active, a little more activated. Anyway, we are almost here to Boomtown. We were there earlier. We found absolutely zero plays. Oh no, I'm sorry. We found a Regal Riches at $7.50 with an 11 in the middle, a little blue 11. That was an excellent play. We didn't win much. I think we won like $35. Anyway, those are the bright lights of Boomtown right there. It's one of my favorite little casinos here. It's a good place to bring kids to. It's got a little arcade. It's got some rides. It's got a little Ferris wheel, or a little merry-go-round, and several pretty cool arcade games. I brought my kids here, my wife and kids here. It's not easy gambling and going on the road with your family. Well, I managed to do it a couple of times. They love it. My kids love going to the casino, going to the pool, going to the arcade. But then again, I had this duality, because I had this judgment of people that bring their kids to the casino all the damn time. I don't think kids really belong there. But this is my work. This isn't my vacation. So occasionally they want to go on the road with me. But I say, parents that are vacating should go the fuck to Disney World and stay away from Vegas and Reno and the such. Spend time with your kids. Anyway, we are here at motherfucking Boomtown. Alright. One man, see what we can find. Jesus, it's fucking bright. We're gonna search together. Nothing there. I like this game. If you can find a good play on it, well, we'll take a 35 on $3 here. first spin, so won 45 bucks on the first spin, not bad, 42. I'm not even sure this is really a play. It's 35 because the gold, silver are so shitty. Oh, we already hit it. Well, sweet. See there? Good astrology tonight.
Raise the sails.
We're already up $26, so we're just on a total free roll here. Almost starting to look like a shit roll. Of course, we already got to collect treasure chest twice when there were no fucking dollar amounts. That was a good hit. I should have slowed down a little bit.
Raise the sails.
$242, so we ended up winning $142. We are nearly back to our peak of the day. I don't know, we got a 26 on the Wolf Run here. See if I got any free play. I don't get much, but maybe I have a little bit.
Activated blazing bonus bucks.
How about shut the fuck up and let me get my free play? Promo. $5. I'll take that free $5. All right. 26 is a decent number. Let's hit this early. Highest I've ever gotten this to is I got in the 60s one time. It was a ridiculous session, and that was the highest I'd ever seen. Never have seen anything close to that. I've never seen anyone else over mid 40s. But I've gotten it into the mid 40s 3 or 4 times lifetime. Not a pretty rare. Well, nothing wrong with that. Getting the minor hit. 10 free games. That's $13. $35. I've never in my life hit that very top number. I've only talked to one person that's ever hit that top number. So, who the hell knows? Maybe they shut the machine off, take all the money that goes towards that. Or, you know. Well, hopefully this is it. Let's get it over with. No. It's a good line too. $16 line pick. Obviously the black wolf symbols are wild. $35 now. Hopefully that does it. No. Well, 5 free games with 1 stack almost paid as much as the 10 games with the 2 guaranteed stacks in the minor. Well, that was a good hand. That was a good line pay. We're back up to, we're actually up on this play right now. At 246. Now we're dead even. That's nice. So we're guaranteed now to make money on this play. pretty damn good bonus for 80 cent. 80-cent mini. $167. We are up $300 here now. 305. There we go. Check what we got here. I'm starting not to like this game very much. I'll walk around a little bit without the phone up, see if I can find some plays. We just hit this in for 300, so $1,500 win with the moon in a great position. All in the astrology. Well, good morning. It's a nice day in Reno, Nevada today. We didn't get the pretty side view. This is to the north. But anyway, my fat lazy ass didn't get up this morning to play the 21 degrees Cancer moon that would have been sextile transiting Uranus. Uranus and the moon sextile in the sky would have really been hitting my north node. I think I talked about in the last episode, Uranus was one of the primary reasons that I was hitting a couple of jackpots this week. So the moon in position would have been great, but yesterday Mercury was at 19 degrees of Scorpio and the moon was at 19 degrees of Cancer, and my midheaven and part of fortune is 18 and 19 degrees of Pisces. So that grand triangle basically was what won me the $1,800 jackpot last night and pushed me to another 2,000 plus day. Unfortunately, I ran out of battery power. I had just enough to record that last one that I showed you guys. Just so you could see the jackpot that was hit. And it was, wish I could have recorded it. It was in the most seedy part of town I've ever been to. I was looking for somewhere to play and went to this little place called Diamonds Casino over by the Ramada near downtown Reno. And I won just about the same dollar amount as the number of crack whores and crackheads that were approaching me asking me for money after I hit the jackpot. It's one of those places you're kind of scared to hit a jackpot, to be honest with you, but we got out of there okay. Anyway, I think I'm going to take you to downtown Reno today. We're going to walk around and try to find plays. Hopefully it'll be good. All right.